and I was talking to somebody around this. Ooh, not saying I don't now. You have to like send in like your social media profile to like come inside of a house.
I mean, that boy, you got me twisted. Let you know what's going on.
Or you asked me that. What do you mean? 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 Why are you asking me this?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay. Ooh. You see me? I see you. I don't want to ask why. That sounds mean. It sounds like I don't want you to be here, because that's not. That's not the case. But like, why? So there you go.
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless.
Wanna see what the CNN sing? Y'all, I'm going to sing the song every single time I open my videos. What? What's up, y'all, and happy Tuesday! What a great couple of weeks of the month, can we say, class audience? I've been really enjoying and soaking up the moment lately, you know what I mean? Despite this dirty ass weather, y'all, it's been raining literally every single day the past couple of like 5-6 days. And I hate it, it's gross, but it's also like peaceful, it's relaxing. It's like one of my days, like it gives me an excuse to not exactly be lazy, but not do shit. Not doing shit doesn't necessarily mean you're being lazy, you just ain't got shit to do. Yeah. I said what I said. On today's video, you guys know I literally eat up giving you guys story times. Also, I'm doing laundry, that's why there's no sheets on my bed, so
shut up. They're in the washing machine. I don't need police.
So I want to give you guys a little story time of the first time I went to California. And like, you know what? I feel like some story times that I've had, or like some like questions that me and Isaiah like done before, like I've said like, I mentioned this story like bits and pieces here and there. But I'm finna give you guys a full like splat of the whole week on the first time I went to California. And this was also the first time I met my roommate Isaiah. I think this was in 2020, and this is when I was working at the yoga shop, y'all. I'll always bring up the yoga shop. I'll put a video or something in it. I worked at the yoga shop like every single day, y'all. Like every single day, I was there from like 12 to like 10 p.m. and like we got like 2-3 customers a day, right? This is also during quarantine, so like logically it makes sense. Around this time, this is when I first started talking to Isaiah and stuff. Like we were FaceTiming a lot more and stuff like that. Like we were really getting to know each other and stuff. And like around that time, I was very like, I wouldn't say like go with the flow, but I've always made impulsive decisions. I don't do it as much now, but when I was growing up, like 17, 18, and I just started doing social media, I was like, I've always had an impulsive decision to do, like I had to. So I literally called Isaiah one day and I was talking to my dad about it, like within that day. And I was like, I wanna go to California, like tomorrow. Went to California and stuff like that, and I called Isaiah, I was like, yo, like I wanna go to California. He was like, I'm down. And like, I've never had a friend before that was like quick to be like, oh, like I'm down, like I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like we was on go, we was okay, we on our zone. He lived in a different state than me, and I lived in Georgia still. But we were like right next to each other. Like we was pretty close, but we were going to fly and meet each other at like the hotel or whatever that we both like got to the airport. I mean, got to the hotel, met up with him and my other friend. We'll call her Mickey. So got there and I met up with Mickey first. Mickey was actually one that picked me up from the airport and brought me to the hotel. And this is like the first time all of us is meeting. So like I knew she lived in California. So I was like, oh, like this is my dog. Like I want to link up with her. Like she was lit. Like she was hype. So me, Mickey, and Isaiah all meet up and stuff like that, and like we really just vibing. And I was like, oh, like this is really my dog. Like this is really my dog. Like me first meeting Isaiah, like it was an instant click. Like I was like, oh, like this is really my nigga. Like it really gave like Kenan and Kel. Like it gave Good Burger. Like it gave any duo fucking show you can think about. That's exactly what it gave. So like I was like, oh, this is really like my twin. Like this is really my twin. So we were just catching up and stuff like that. And I was talking to somebody around this. I was talking to somebody around this time too. We're gonna call them Roman. We're just gonna call them Roman. So I was talking to somebody and they was meeting us there as well, but they were staying somewhere else. Like it was just me, Mickey. No, it was just me and Isaiah's hotel, but Mickey always came over and stuff like that to hang out with us like every day. And mind you, we was there for like 5 to 7 days, I think. I don't know if you guys remember that time in like 2020 where there was like a bunch of like like creator houses. Like everybody always had a creator house. There was always at least like 3 to 4 people who had a creator house of like 12 people deep, and the house was like big in Cali. And mind you, this is my first time going out there, and this is my first year doing TikTok and stuff. So I was like meeting up. I was like, oh, like what we gonna do? Like I want to make content. Like around this time, I was so like eager to make content. Like not in like a weird way, but like I just enjoy content a lot. Not saying I don't now. Not saying I don't now, but like back then I ate it up. Like I was like, oh, like I had ideas down on like my journals, like back to back. Like I'm talking about like 20 a day, and I was like, I'm gonna do at least like 10 of them. Like no bullshit. That's just how I was like when I was like 17, 18. Around this time, like you had to like ask, you had to like send in like your social media profile to like come inside of a house.
I mean, that boy, you got me twisted.
Like you're not that girl. Like no shade. Like you're not that girl. But like I was like, okay, like I get like you trying to see like, you know, what type of content they do. I guess cool, whatever. We got accepted or whatever into the house. We got accepted to the house. And we were like linking up with everybody. And like y'all, like I grew up in like a predominantly white area. I feel like I've told you guys this before. I've grown up in a very predominantly white area. Growing up and like coming out of high school, I feel like I've surrounded myself with like and I wouldn't even say like, I don't even want to say like intentionally, because that doesn't sound bad either, but it really was an intentional type of thing. But like I feel like growing up, I've naturally like surrounded myself with my peoples. You know, like those, like that's my dog. Well, that's my dog. Like, I don't know, like I just like that's how I've been growing up, because I'm not in an environment I wouldn't comfortably want to be in. You know what I mean? So I feel like now when I went to Cali, the vibe was just different. Like it was just like I couldn't really connect with certain people. I couldn't connect with a lot of people. Like I could not connect with a lot of people. So like it was just awkward. Like they was asking like random questions. How long are you out here for? What street do you live on? I don't know. Why are you asking me that? What do you mean? 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 Why are you asking me this?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I literally just couldn't connect with people on like a mental note. Like I feel like these are people that you can party with, but never somebody I can hang out with casually to get like coffee. I just couldn't. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So boom. Me and Isaiah. This is our first time going on Melrose, right? So this is my first time going to Melrose Avenue, and this is me, Mickey, Isaiah, and 2 of my other like friends. Like they're related, whatever. So we all came to the Melrose or whatever, and we were walking, and we were meeting up with with Roman. Roman was coming. Roman came, met up with us and stuff like that. And we were like walking around in different stores, right? Cool shit. Turn around, we see this home dude just like walk up to us like, oh, like what's up, like y'all been chilling, stuff like that. And like I'm looking at like Isaiah, and I'm looking at Mickey, I'm like, y'all know who this is? I don't. You see me? I see you. What's up? Like, who are you?
Who you?
I'm the owner of this house.
Wrong answer. My granddaughter Helen is the owner of this house.
He like, oh, like I'm Roman's friend. They was like, oh, okay. Like we were like, okay, like what's up? Like we didn't expect you to be here or whatever. They're like, oh yeah, like you know we were gonna come up, whatever. So like they was cool people. When they came up to us and approached us, kind of like, oh, like I'm Roman's friend. We were like, okay, like you guys must have been friends for a minute and stuff like that. You guys are cool. So fast forward, we go back to the hotel, and this is like after like a whole day. So like him hanging out with us, he's like, okay, he's cool people. Like he seems chill. And he was like, oh, like do you guys mind if I spend the night at your guys' hotel? Whew. We were like, okay, like I don't want to ask why. That sounds mean. It sounds like I don't want you to be here, because that's not. That's not the case. But like, why? So they were like, oh yeah, like my house is like 30-40 minutes away or whatever. We were like, ooh, like okay, this sounds like an Uber ride, but it's okay. Yeah. And like mind you, this is like Roman's friend, so we were like, you know what, like you're cool with him, so like it's fine. The next morning they left, and so we getting ready to leave for the next day because we about to hang out with the other crew and everything. We asked Roman, we were like, oh yeah, like how you guys know each other? He was like, oh, like I just met him 2 days ago. You said what? Say it one more time in my right ear. This ear's a little bit better. You mean to tell me you had this man spend the night at our hotel and you known him for 2 days? Oh, we was arguing. Oh, it irritating. Oh, we was arguing down, because we was like, why are you inviting somebody at our hotel and you've known them for like 2 days? So like I was so blowed, they left or whatever, and now it's just me and Isaiah, and Mickey didn't come this day, so it was just me and Isaiah. Hold on. We go back to this house, right? So we go back to this house. And like after this argument, y'all, like I'm so blowed. Like I don't want to talk. Like I feel like the whole day I was just thinking about the argument because it was really just me and Roman arguing. And Isaiah was trying to like cool it down. But we go back to this house, this little like creator house and stuff like that. And I was like so blowed. Like we was there like all day. Like we was there from like 2 to like 10, 11. And like we was just like lit. It was me and other people and stuff. It was cool shit. Like we walked, got some like snacks from like the gas station and shit with some other people, like linked up, like really like met up with a lot of cool ass people. But I was tired, I was already blowed, so I was like, oh like Isaiah, I'm gonna go back to the hotel. He was like, okay, I'm gonna meet you back there or whatever. And so Isaiah texted me, he was like, oh like I'm like kinda like talking like this little year right now.
Don't ask me about no nigga you don't see with.
Hello.
So I'm not gonna make it back to the house. And I was like, okay, pretty. We like, okay, like when I come back, we're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna make some bomb ass content and shit like that. Like we're gonna go stupid because we didn't make content that day. So you know, I'm going to bed, I'm asleep. And so I wake up and I like look around and like Isaiah's still not here. And so like the house had a policy, right? The house had a policy and it was like, oh, like you're not allowed to spend the night at the creator houses. That was the rule. If you do that, you're literally, you can't come back to the house anymore. So I was like, okay. So I woke up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I literally was like looking to the side to see like if Isaiah was in his bed yet. He was not there, y'all. So I called him, and I was like, oh my god, like, I don't know if he's still up or if he fell asleep, and he wasn't answering. So I was like, oh my god, like y'all, like we about to get caught, like no. I wake up and stuff like that, and I call him at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, okay, like Mickey already had like a plan of meeting us back at our hotel that morning so we can go back to the house. So we're like, okay, we'll meet Isaiah over there. So me and Mickey, she comes back, she gets me, and we go over there, and we're like, oh my god, like Isaiah's still there, like is he okay and everything. And this is also the same day. Oh, I forgot something. We only got the hotel for 2-3 days, right? We only got the hotel for 3 days. Mind you, we're supposed to be there for a week. We got the hotel for only 3 days. That 3rd day, we already had to leave. So like, Roman told us that he had somebody to like give us an Airbnb, like, oh, like they'll give him the keys and stuff like that. So like, okay, we can get in the Airbnb for free, right? So I had to like bring my stuff and Isaiah's stuff. I had to put our stuff inside of Mickey's car, heading to the creator house to make sure Isaiah's okay, but like also going over there so we can make content. So we're like, okay, like maybe Isaiah like spent the night somewhere else and stuff like that. We get there, right? And Isaiah like texted me. He was like, hey, like yo, like the owner's here. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's like he literally was like, the owner's here, and like she walked in on like him being like sleep like on the couch with like the little And like I said, like yo, we're not supposed to be sleeping there. So like literally like our plan was to like leave our stuff at the creator's house until we were able to check in, because you know check-in at like hotels is like what, like 12:03, something like that. And this is like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So we're like, okay, like we're gonna check in and stuff like that. But we're gonna leave our stuff here, make some content, go back to the hotel, drop it off, come back. So she was like, oh, like since he's with you guys cannot come here anymore.
Oh my god. I can't.
So we get back and Mickey had to go somewhere. She's like, I can drop you guys off and I'll be right back. And so like y'all, like we literally like on the side of this road with our suitcases. Like it was sickening. Oh, it was sickening. And it was hot, y'all. So like I came out kind of like fresh outfit, whatever, but like I had to like change like certain things because like I was like, I'll be inside this house if I have pants on. It's 90 degrees outside. Why would I be outside with pants on? So I was like, okay, like we gotta change. And mind you, Roman came. He came by or whatever. Somebody dropped him off like next to us. He was like, oh, like what happened and stuff like that. We were like, oh, like Isaiah got caught or whatever. So like we just waiting for like your Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? So like what's the update on that? he was like, oh, like we almost had the Airbnb and stuff like that. So listen, y'all, we are on this corner, we are on this street, and people are walking by watching us change from our suitcases on this sidewalk. Okay? So we're like, okay, you know what? It sucks we're changing right now, but you know, we're gonna be back at this Airbnb. We can change. Things are gonna be better. He was like, oh, like my bad, y'all. The dude that was gonna give me the Airbnb, he actually forgot to leave the key underneath the mat.
I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. I need to calm the fuck down because I'm having a panic attack right now because I'm so fucking mad.
When I tell you, I was pissed. Oh, I was pissed. Oh, y'all, I was irritated. Oh, I was so irritated because it's already hot outside, y'all. If y'all know me, I sweat like a monkey. Y'all. I sweat so much. And when I tell y'all, I was sweating bullets on that sidewalk, and now you're telling me he didn't leave the key. He went to Washington, and he forgot to leave you the key for the Airbnb? So now we're stranded. We have our luggage on the side of this road, and we have nowhere to stay. And so now we're like, okay, like let's think before we escalate anything. Let's just think. And literally we were like, okay, we'll get a hotel. So we got this hotel. Our hotel to where we were at before to where we had to get was like because it was last minute, everything was getting taken and stuff like that. We were like, okay, let's just wrap up the night and stuff like that. And we'll do something to like make up for today, tomorrow. We're like, okay, like we're already irritated and stuff. So I'm like, ew, okay, whatever. Okay, I remember this next day we was going to this party. And stuff like that. And this is when like James Charles was going to be there. And hi, sisters! And we walk into this party and like we see like everybody like, you know, they hide, they boost and stuff like that. They lit, like everybody seems lit, and it's me, Isaiah, and Mickey, and we're lit, and we're meeting up these other people. And mind you, I was a little like low key, just a little bit. I wasn't like out at all. I wasn't fully like expressive of like my like sexuality around this time either. So like this dude that was like kind of a part of the house, he was like, oh yeah, like I know everybody in here who's DL. He was like, they're lucky I won't out them.
I mean, that boy, you got me twisted.
Cause now I'm scared. Casually saying that is so wild to me because what? I literally looked at Isaiah and Mickey and I was like, ew, like, can we go somewhere else, y'all? So like they're saying that casually and they're like pointing. I'm literally like looking at them pointing at people and stuff like that. I'm just like, ew, like just some people in California was just so messy to me, y'all. Like I hated it. So next day we wake up in the morning, right? We wake up or whatever, get dressed, eat our breakfast and stuff like that. And Isaiah and Roman went somewhere else or whatever. I forgot where they went, but they didn't go to the same place, but they went completely different ways. So I was at the hotel for a little bit by myself for a second. And so literally whole day passes by. I'm just chilling at the hotel eating like, I was eating like Maggiano's or something like that. I think I was eating something. I was eating some type of pasta. It was boss. And so I met up with some other friends and we was riding scooters and we were riding down that street. You guys remember that the Hotel Cortez? We were literally riding down that street. Like it was a street next to it. I don't know the street name. And literally we were getting chased by like homeless people. Like we were literally getting chased by homeless people. We were literally getting chased on scooters, on homeless people. One of them spit on my friend while riding scooters because we were like riding up and down. And like one of the people we were with were being like extremely obnoxious. Like they were like screaming and yelling. And this is at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And they were being so loud for no reason. Not like intentionally, but like they did. And like they were literally chasing us. Like I was in the front. They wasn't chasing me. Like I was on my own. Like no shade. But like they was chasing them, and like one of them literally spit on my friend's like back, like her hair almost. Went back to the hotel, went back to sleep. I woke up the next morning and everybody was gone. Isaiah left, Mickey left, and Roman left, right? So I just wanted, this was honestly like one of the last days and stuff like that I had being there. I walked to like this place to got some food and stuff like that. It was cute. It was cute and quirky. It was nothing wrong with it and stuff like that. It was fine. Like, it was a vibe. Like, it was a vibe. I walked, took some pictures and stuff like that. Rode a little scooter. Like, I was really living my vibe. Like, I was really living my Cali vibe. Like, no one was telling me shit. Like, no one was telling me nothing. And so, literally, I was going back and forth with my little, I was going back and forth with Roman because of the previous night. And so, I'm going down to the elevator. I'm literally going down to the elevator. What was I about to do? I think I was about to ask for an extra day because I wanted to extend my day one more time, just so I can stay for like at least like 8 days or whatever, because I wanted to make content one more day. And literally, y'all, I get in the elevator and I'm about to walk out. So I get in the elevator, I come down, I'm on the lobby floor, and I walk out, and my phone literally falls like right down the fucking like slit of the elevator.
Oh Lord, again, again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking.
Oh, I was blown. If y'all had to name one of my worst panic attacks, that was one of them. That was one of them. That was, oh! I was on the first floor, but like there was still like a huge gap. Like between like at least like 6 to 7 feet gap, but I can see my phone still. Like if I look in the corner, I can literally see my phone lighting up. So I was like, what the fuck? So I went to the front desk. I was like, hey, like my phone like fell on the elevator still. Like, is there any way I can get it? And this is on a Saturday. Was it on Saturday? It was on a Saturday. I was gonna leave that Sunday. So she was like, oh, like I can't get anybody down there for the elevator until Monday.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And I was so blowed, y'all. Like I was about to start crying. So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, like, what do I do? And she was like, you're gonna have to extend your trip. I was like, I can't extend it without like my phone. But like I could have. I didn't think like that. Like obviously you can call the airport and ask to extend it, but I didn't know that at the time. I was just so caught up on my phone. I was like, Mom, like I'm not leaving. And she was like, how about this? She was like, how about this? How about you just leave California and they'll send it back to you once they get it and stuff like that. I was like, no. I said, I'm not leaving California once I get my phone. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm literally calling my dad. I'm like calling Isaiah. I was like, yo, like I won't be able to like make it because I was initially going to go to hang out with him for like the last couple of days or last hours of that day. I'm Ubering to different AutoZones. Mind you, the AutoZones were literally like 0.3 miles from each other, but I didn't want to walk because it was like 90 something degrees outside and I only had like my pants and stuff on. And like some of them were actually farther than that. So like one was probably like 0.3 and one was probably like a mile, one was probably like 0.7. I was looking for like a stick, like something to like stick my phone on and like pull it up. And every single AutoZone was like, no, like we don't have that. Like we have duct tape and we have like a stick we can wrap it around the world. So I was like, I'll take something. So literally the whole time they like walked out and I'm like looking down, trying to like grab my phone. And like sometimes it would stick on, but it wouldn't like lift up and stuff. So like I like did so much. Like I did like a stick. I forgot what type of stick I did. It was like my selfie stick. I tried that. I tried like clipping it on. Didn't work. I go back in the lobby and I see one of my friends. I'm gonna name him like Peanut Butter or something. He came back to the hotel because he was meeting up with one of my other two friends because they were staying at my hotel next to me. They were like, oh, like, do you know where so-and-so and so-and-so is at? I was like, no, like, I was about to head over there to them because they was all with Isaiah as well. I was like, oh, like, I was about to hand over there, but my phone's stuck. He's like, what you mean your phone's stuck? I was like, oh, like, my phone's stuck in the elevator. He was like, what you mean, like, the elevator? I was like, let me show you. And, like, I showed him. He was like, oh, let me see. That boy got him a little stick. He said, this ain't nothing. He said, hold on. Grab that shit quick. I said, wow, like you ate that bitch in there, but she might have ate. But if you were here like just 2 hours earlier, that would have been fantastic. But like, you know what, got my phone. I was like, oh yeah, like y'all not touching me, but was I going out for the rest of that night? No. Stayed in the house, went to sleep, left that day. Or left that morning. Oh y'all, I was so irritated. Oh y'all, I was so irritated. Yeah, that was my time in California. When I tell you that was a time. That was a time, that was a time. Y'all, it's so ugly outside. Like, I want to show you guys. Like, look how ugly it is outside, y'all. Like, but yeah, y'all, this wraps up today's YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching me. And you guys know what? This Beyonce concert is coming up in 3 days. Do y'all hear me? Well, me posting this video, this concert actually happened yesterday. And I'm already manifesting this is gonna be a good ass concert, so I'm really excited. But you guys will see it on Friday. Make sure you guys have a good ass motherfucking week. See how I blurt out my own cuss word? I'm about to start doing that, cause what? But make sure you guys have a good ass week. Make sure you guys like and make sure you guys comment and support this video. But I'm gonna say it in my own little old fashioned way. You guys already know what to do. Make sure you guys smash that like button and make sure you guys click that subscribe button. And I will see you guys on Friday. And look at this Renaissance concert. Y'all better keep up now.
I'm drinking the champagne. All you want is the same thing.